Just right before World War II.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't realize that was something that happened right prior to that.
So
in the 30s.
Russia was involved. You had the nationalists and you had the Republican Party.
Yeah.
So the Russians, the communists, were supporting the Republican Party, and Hitler and Germany was supporting the Nationalist Party, which is a fascist right-wing party.
So you had Republicans in Germany, and then you had the National Socialists.
Yeah.
The National Socialist Party, which was the Nazis.
Right.
Which that's the party that Hitler was in charge of, right?
Yeah. So
the Russians supported the Republicans?
Yes. Yes, the Republicans.
Interesting. I didn't realize it was kind of set up like the politics back then was very different over there.
Yeah. So Germany learned that bombs that didn't go off have more of a psychological effect than bombs that did go off. So if you drop a bunch of bombs in, say, a railroad marshaling yard, if all the bombs detonated, people could get out there and repair the railroad yard in no time.
Yeah.
But if they had bombs that could go off at any time, then it delayed the work of the repair.
Oh, yeah.
So the Germans learned that bombs that didn't go off had more of a psychological effect, that were delayed. And so they were dropping. So there was a game that the Brits developed to defeat these bombs before they went off, dig down and do that. They developed what they call a clock stopper, a magnet that would go, electromagnet that would go on the bombs to stop the clock. Then they could defuse the clock.
Okay. And the Brits came up with that?
The Brits did that.
Interesting. Did they pass that technology to us then?
And we were not involved in the war yet at that time.
Okay.
So we were watching and observing. We knew that we would get involved in World War II. So we sent people over, both the Navy and Army sent people over from the Ordnance Corps to learn the art of bomb disposal prior to us getting there. So the first graduation classes of the Army and Navy classes were in 1942. Shortly thereafter, I think in July of 42, Marines started attending the Navy bomb disposal school.
In 1942?
In 1942. Okay. At first, the Navy school was at the American University in Washington, D.C. And then they opened up at the Washington Naval Yards, the bomb disposal school.
Okay.
And
how long was it there for in the Washington Naval Yard?
Until about 47, when the Department of Defense was organized.
Oh yeah.